Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy. Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. Check out.
2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taylor now returning it. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch. One switch. Check. Real.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Let's go, baby. This lead.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Slam.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Regular.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, 180. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 49, check. Hey, alert.
On first down, it's Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first and 10, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. Crunch. Run. Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 37.
On 3rd down, Mayfield stays on his feet, escaping the pressure right. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Check three.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
First down, Miami.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. Check 26, check 26.
Montgomery on the counter. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines, as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run forward Montgomery. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I got it.
Here's Taylor. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Dolphins 7.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They go with Chubb on second down. Finding room inside the 40. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, he'll take that.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Lorenzo Carter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the carry, it's Montgomery. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Montgomery running right. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And in week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Check.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On his goes the punt team now as this one's sent away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Dolphins have got it. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it goes
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. A run for Nick Chubb. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 18. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Alert!
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive. But this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch a slant. Check it back.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Miami.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run. Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Push him back. Safe.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A toss play to Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
36.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, Parker, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pick it up. Hey, alert. Watch the shit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Run. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Alert 3. Alert flare. Point it right.
Here's Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup. Dolphins first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's get it.
He'll drop to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, blood.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's go, D.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devontae Freeman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one that goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey! Motion. Reset. Like that.
And again, it's Chubb. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air one out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He'll look to throw. Jones has it. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go. The ball ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch twist.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll drop the throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 7-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did, showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership, it's the toughness, it's the moxie that he exhibits, and his teammates just feed off of it.
So for the Browns, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.